Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now I can ask you if you are doing well. This morning in the video, I didn't ask you because I knew how you were feeling. I knew it. Because I know that after the 0-0 of yesterday versus Sampdoria, it was absolutely not a beautiful wake up. I also know that today and yesterday night already, They started to mock Juventus. Guys, after a performance like yesterday, you have to accept it. You take it, you swallow it. You accept that people are mocking you, and then you look into their eyes. And you search in really deep in you, because it's not easy. The strength to come back. The positives, the few positives somewhere, so that you can look into their eyes and you can fight back. Because at the end, this is what we have to do. Because being mocked, it's not fun. I saw the big heads, my friend, I can call him my friend, Bonetti, supporter of Milan, that was making that octagon of Juve, calling it Allegri ball. He has the right. He has the right to do it. They are champions of Italy. I saw some beautiful clips with the passes. De Sciglio to Bremer, Bremer to Rugani, Rugani to Bremer, Bremer to De Sciglio. They have the right to do it. We have to stay shut up. We have to accept. We have to swallow, and we have to continue. Because otherwise, you can't mock them, because soon it will happen. Soon it will happen again. Like when we were winning 9 times in a row. 38 times in Italy. We mock them. We mock Inter fans. We mock Milan fans. Lazio, Napoli, Fiorentina, Roma. We mock them. And we are correct to do it. As they are correct to mock us now. So we have to stay shut up, to accept, to swallow, and to continue. On the other hand, if some people are finding it really funny, and I'm speaking about Juventini, to use the situation of Juventus that is in a difficult moment, to feed the Interista, to feed Milanista, Napolisti, Romanisti, Laziali. No. We speak between us. We criticize between us. This morning, I was not kind with Allegri. I was not kind with Rabiot, with Locatelli, with Vlahovic, with Bremer, with Rugani. It's between us. If we start to mock our own team and feeding the other ones, c'è un problema. There is a problem. I see a lot of people in a desperate, exaggerated, negative vibe. And I understand. Yesterday was a disaster. It was a shame. It was really a shame. We understand it. Hey, guys, wake up, andiamo ragazzi. And then you will tell me, Beppe, why Milik? There is an explanation why Milik. My favorite player. Was I celebrating when he was always rejected last minute by Juventus for other options, or because something was not happening? Yes, because I'm not a big fan of Milik. But there is always a why. We'll try to understand why Milik. If he comes, if he joins, we'll hope that he will give us something. Is he someone that will change the team? No. Is he the solution to the problems? No, he's not. And we already know it. He's not the one that we will go in front of J Medical to applaud and to welcome. We will not go immediately to YouTube to see the backstage video of Milik. This is not what we will do. But maybe Milik is a consequence of. And from the moment he's a Juve player, we will have to back him up. Guys, we'll speak about a lot of things after my small intro of a few minutes here. We'll speak as usual together with you. I'm here. I have the shoulders. I have the motivation. I have the strength to take all your comments and all your messages of frustration, of anger, and try to explain it without looking for excuses. We are not here for finding excuses. Because we said it and we repeat it multiple times, we didn't do good yesterday and we have a lot of problems that at the moment are not solved. Today, I did a live in Italian on Twitch. Guys, it's not easy, yeah? It's not easy to put your face and to try to explain because people, they jump on you. They are like hyenas, ready. I said it. I knew it. I warned you. So I'm prepared. I can answer your question. We will go with it, guys. I'm full of positivity again. I try to. So let's go. Andiamo, ragazzi. Who's there in the chat? We have Gravush who's saying hello, Beppe. At least we have a top starter on forward position. The bench player. It is how it is. Still better than Tin or Caio Giorgi. Keep Zakaria. I think that you will be really sad, but we have a bit of information about Zakaria as well that we can share in a second. Ciao Bogdan, who's saying we pick ourselves up and we go. Look at that. The same message I was saying. Styler is saying, Ciao Beppe, I hope you're okay after the disaster of yesterday. Now about the Mercato, Milik is sure. Wait. 99%, but not sure. Sure is when he's starting with Juve. Before that, everything can happen. But what about Paredes? I didn't hear about him. So we have also here some information. Attenzione, because there are other teams on Paredes as well, not only Juventus. Ciao, that calcio boy. We have Luca Kundo. Ciao, Juventini. We need help. Absolutely, I agree. We need help. Ciao, Samir. Ciao, Beppe. I think that Juve management are in denial and they are still convinced that Allegri will repeat his first spell. That's a serious problem. Well, denial, there is no denial. I believe that everyone is really conscious of the situation. The first one that is really conscious about the situation is Allegri himself that spoke in front of the microphones, and I will read the message of Dennis Bajrami in a second. But the first one that is aware of it is Allegri that spoke in press conference saying we are all accountable for our mistakes. We are all at risk. We are all in doubt. What we did in the past was great and will never be forgotten because it's there in the museum. I saw the museum, guys. Going into the museum, we don't speak enough about it, but it's a jewel. And when you are in the museum, you feel the history. Maybe some people, they should go to the museum of Juventus, not to justify what we are going through at the moment. That is a difficult moment, but to understand the history. Because if you don't know the past, you can't build the future. And the past of Juventus, the recent past also, is a beautiful story that we have written with Antonio Conte, with Marcello Lippi, with Giovanni Trapattoni, with Dino Zoff, with a lot of coaches from our history, but also a big part with Massimiliano Allegri. Beautiful history, understanding the history, the past to build on the future. We have a problem now. But there is one red, beautiful line. And that red line, and that is what is making me angry, is when we are giving the management of Juventus and the ownership of Juventus, that is there since 99 years, the same ownership, it's the family Agnelli, the ownership Exor, that is the group with Elkan and Agnelli. We are taking them for incompetent. Looks like people, they know everything about medicine, medicals, about physiotherapists. They know how we have to run, how we have to train. They are not in the Continassa to see how Allegri is training with the team. They are not there. But they know that we are doing bad things. They know better. They know about the food. They know how players needs to eat. They know how to run. They know about the tactics. They know about Mercato. They know about scouting. Guys, there is a red line in the history of Juventus, and that red line is still here. It's called the family Agnelli. Juventus management is not in denial. They are the first one that understand. Then that Juventus is a different club as Real Madrid, at Manchester City, at Paris Saint-Germain, it is clear. Juventus has always acted like this in the past, that if there is something that is going wrong out of your control, we are ready here to help. 400 million capital gain increase. The family was there to not leave Juventus alone in the shit that we were. Because people forget that Juventus has Juventus women, Juventus under 23, a great youth sector. We are building hotels and this things that maybe the fans say we don't care about that. No, this is important. What the other clubs were not having the balls to do. Women's teams, youth teams, developing with under 23, thinking about the future, having a known property of stadium. Ownership was there, but there is a difference, because the ownership, they say, in terms of sporting side, in terms of finances of sports, you have to do your shit yourself. That means that we did a lot of mistakes with the consequence of Cristiano Ronaldo that today we are still paying. You solve your shit together. And this is why, before reading the message of Dennis that is still waiting, I'm so sorry, my friend. Think about one thing. I forgot. I totally forgot what I was saying. It is what it is. Guys, I'm sorry, I forgot what I wanted to say. It was an important thing. That's even the worst part of the things. We have some content creators in the chat. If people, they know what I was about to say, please help me, because I totally forgot. It is what it is. I was thinking too deep and I forgot. I forgot. It is what it is. So we have some content creators in the chat as well. We have that Calcio Boy that did a really great video a few days ago. Follow him on YouTube. And we also have Dave from Turin Giants also there. Follow the beautiful channel that they have. I was listening a bit to understand a bit. Who are they? What are they doing? What are they speaking about? How are they speaking about? You know that I try when I have a bit of free time to understand what the other content creators are doing. I have to admit that these guys, they were speaking really good. Not well, not bad, good. They try to be objective about Juventus, and I love that. Grande Turin Giants, it's the family. It's the family. So we continue, guys, with now, finally, the message of Dennis. Where is the message of Dennis? Before I forget, Grande Dennis. Good day, Beppe. Always doing good. I told everyone that this will be another hard year, but that's okay. We are Juventus. We will fight against it and against it all and win. Forza Juve, hope you are good. Yeah, I have to admit that today I try to be a bit away from certain moments of social network. Why? Because I did the video this morning and then I helped also the cleaning the house, listening to some podcast to understand what are they saying about our beloved Juventus without being able to answer, because that's sometimes the best thing. You are not able to write, you are not able to speak, you are not able to give your opinion, to defend or to try to find some excuse. No, you just have to listen. And I love that. I love that because I can't participate, and you know that I love to talk. So today I was doing that while I was cleaning the house, vacuum, water on the ground. I was doing the wash. I was doing everything. Always speaking about Juve. Then I went live on Juve Twitch in Italian, speaking about Juventus, speaking with Enrico Zambruno that yesterday was in the stadium, and yesterday he was watching live the team. He also did the interview post-game with Allegri, with Perin. We had a really beautiful conversation, but I was also reading what the chat was saying. So am I doing well? Absolutely yes. Were we expecting a big difficult year? Well, a transition period, a rebuild period, is not like this. It's not like FIFA where you said delete team and you start from scratch. There is no option restart the game. It's not possible. Over is over. Players, it's not because you do something nice that suddenly you receive the option to open some packs and then with luck you can maybe have the pie. And no. Because sometimes you can have the pie, sometimes you can have Milik, but in reality, in real life, If Depay is asking you for 8.5 million, that would be the top scorer, the top player in terms of salary of Juventus, we are not there. We are not there. Then there is a problem. Then I understand that you are saying, fuck it. Hey, fuck it. We can't. We just can't. Because this is not what we said. We have step by step to come back to a sustainable, great Juventus. You remember I made a video of 25 minutes about the words of Arriva Bene. That was not so long time ago. Before that, I did a video about the words of Cherubini with the director of Tuttosport that came on the channel to explain them even better. The strategy is clear, step by step. The first part is cleaning the mess, because we were a mess. A team with Pirlo, with Allegri, with whatever coach you want, that was probably not working well. We saw it 2 times fourth. We have to clean the mess of really huge, out of proportion salary. Some players that were not Juventus material. We always and all criticize them. We know them. I don't want to mention them. We are building back. We are suffering as well some injuries. We know it. We have to work also on that. Step by step. It will take time. Then, maybe tomorrow, the skies and the gods in the sky, they will decide to put a bit of magic on Juventus. Because in the last years, we have to admit that even if we messed up and we did our own mistakes, the gods were not on our side. The luck was not there. Then, the luck, you have to search for luck. You have to put yourself in a position to receive some luck. And this is probably at the moment what Juventus is not doing. Put themselves in the position to receive some luck. Probably we don't deserve the luck. But it will turn again soon, because Juventus is not Inter, Juventus is not Milan. Let's go. We continue, and thank you for the donation, Dennis, my grande Dennis. We have Ali in the chat who's saying ciao Beppe, boom boom, ciao from Gravo Miklos. We have Alexandro who's saying ciao Beppe and all the Juventini, love for all. Juan, Beppe the man, the legend. Stop, calma, calma. My hair will grow back if you continue like that. Ciao Beppe and all, I hope you're all doing well. Time for some fino alla fine. Acid, Beppe, soon we will discover our Champions League group stage opponents, but right now we are not prepared. Are we ever prepared? What does that mean, being prepared, to understand who will go out of these lists? How many times did we, Juventini, made the mistakes to be happy of a draw or really worried of a draw? We don't know, because sometimes you draw Real Madrid in semi-final and you are happy. No, and you are crying, but you destroy them. You have Barcelona, you're sad and you're scared, but you destroy them. Then you have Porto, Ajax, Lyon, tutti a casa, ale. So for me, I don't know, I don't care. I will do them live on the Italian Juventus Twitch, and there will be probably, we don't know, we can't say it, it's a secret, but maybe a next player of Juventus that will be there together with us to comment the draws. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know who we will be playing with. I hope that we can play versus Bruges. Why Bruges? Because Bruges is in my country, in the country I'm living in Belgium, and that would be nice if for one time I can go driving to a Champions League game. But it will probably not happen because it's never happening. On the other hand, today I received the confirmation. Tomorrow I have to book, so you never know in life. But normally, at 99.9%, I will be in the stadium for Juventus Spezia of next week. I can't wait. I can't wait for that, because that's a really huge one. We'll try to do our best. We'll try to do something really crazy there. Some beautiful vlogs, even better, because I did a trial the last time. We'll try to do it even better. And also maybe doing a live with some people. Let's see what we can organize there. Ciao Aldo Beppe. Ciao. He's saying ciao my friends. Ciao everyone. Ciao Steve. Humble with Grinta. Remember we were speaking about that. Humble with Grinta. Today, probably we were a bit too humble. The Grinta was not there. The Grinta was absolutely not there. Ciao Nini, that is doing the tour of Spain from Sweden to Spain, he will probably never leave Spain again. Spain is a fantastic country. Ciao Daniel Perone, ciao a tutti. Depressing news about Milik. Also, what is going on with our financial fair play? I heard Juve might get sanctions. Yes, it's true. There were some reports on New York Times, in Calcio, in Finanza, in Tuttosport. There are 10, 15 teams that are looked really closely for 2021, so not even last season, 2021, and maybe a bit of 21-22, even if in 21-22, to be really honest, it's not that we bought I don't know who and I don't know what, so we are a bit more safe there. But it's a bit complicated. I read it this morning. I decided to not speak about it on the channel because it was a frustration video this morning, more about the game. If on top of that I had to start with these kind of things, but you know what, these kind of things takes times, and we know it. We are always in a war with UEFA. Let's see how these kind of things will finish. What about Milik? Well, we can start speaking about Milik before answering Air Ace and Peter Abate. Air Ace that is saying, come on, you Spurs.
La Juve.
And he's back, Air Ace. But I will read his comment in a second. The one of Air Ace and from Peter Abate. But before speaking about them and reading their comments, I will try to explain you the situation of Milik
La Juve.
in a few words, and then we can go towards a bit more longer explanation about Milik and so on. So, Juventus, they need, since day one of the Mercato, they need to change the team, because a lot of players went away, and we decided to go for some instant players like Pogba, Di Maria, and Juk. The instant players that should have turned the face of Juventus, they were not there yesterday. And if the instant players are not able to change instantly the team, what are you having? A team that is actually a mirror of last year. We remember all how last year finished, and that's something that we didn't want to see anymore. But that's what we had to see, unfortunately. Now, coming back on Milik, we wanted also since day one a striker. We spoke about Arnautovic, we spoke about Belotti, we spoke about so many players there, Werner and so on, but one that could be the vice Vlahovic. What do I mean with vice Vlahovic? It's really easy. Vice is not a starter. That means that we are not looking for someone to enter the starting 11 in that position. No, we are not. We are looking for a vice. That means if Vlahovic is a bit sick at home, there is someone to replace him. And who better than a player with the same characteristics? Someone that is shutting up and staying on the bench and can give you these last 5 or 10 different minutes. Again, I repeat, and I will not change my opinion. Milik is not a player that I like. I never really liked him. But I can understand the sense of going for a Milik. Now, what is the problem? Milik, not Milik. Depay, not Depay. The problem is that the balls are not arriving to our offensive players. Kostic was not served enough. Cuadrado totally disappeared from the game yesterday. And we missed, like we saw in these beautiful pictures, we saw how much in the middle of the field something was missing. Paul Pogba, but not only, because Locatelli showed that if there is a smart team, because what did they do, Sampdoria? I watched again the game, unfortunately. They have put Ciccio Caputo, their striker, not to play as a striker. By the way, only one shot on target for Sampdoria. They were not dangerous except of that first shot, that first attempt from Leris in the 3rd or 5th minute of the game. They have put it on Locatelli. Locatelli was man-marked and he was not able to play his game in that regista role. What does that mean? That certain games he can do it. Other games he cannot. He's not ready to play 38 games of Serie A as and in that position. We need someone. The finances are not great. A lot of people are saying, because I listen them, but Juventus, we even have more money from the Mercato because we sold De Ligt. We sold some few young players. We bought Bremer. but the other ones were for free. What they forget is that we paid Chiesa this season. Federico Chiesa had to be paid this season. And we are not speaking about 2 million now. We are speaking about 50. Because 10 we already gave them. 50 million euro. Guys. So it's not that Juventus has all that money. And what they forget probably is that we spent 75 for a Serbian player there up front in January, where we anticipated everyone, but Vlahovic was not meant to be bought in January. He was meant to be bought in the summer. Vlahovic is an anticipation from the summer. This is the reality. I will come back, and guys, I will come back on RS and Peter Abate. Wait 1 second, guys. I'll come back on your comments. So, Juventus already spent a lot of money. There is not a lot. Why? Because we exaggerated and we did mistakes, and now we are paying the consequences of it. So, if we need someone in the midfield, it's great. But I explained it actually 3 days ago. I explained it with an Excel sheet, how it works. Why? Because it's Milik plus Paredes or Depay. If you have an agreement with Depay, around 5 million, because Barcelona is earning 4.6 million. He wants to go towards the 8.5. Why? Because also of the length of the contract and so on. And Juventus said correctly, and I love Depay, I want Depay, but correctly, as business leaders, they are saying, you are costing us too much money. You are asking us the biggest salary of the team, and this is something that we can't offer you, because if we offer you that money, if we offer you what you are asking today, we are not able anymore to take and a Vice Vlahovic and a midfielder that is Paredes. And this is where we are. It's not Milik or Paredes or Depay. It's Milik and Paredes or Depay. If Monsieur Adrien Rabiot decided to accept the offer of United, like Juventus was sure about, probably today we would have had Depay, because we were faster on that decision, and Paredes, because we were saving a lot of money and it was possible to go for both of them. But this is not the case. Do we need now to put Rabiot in punishment in the stand? No, we don't need to. It happens. I told you, the gods of football, they didn't give us the luck. This time, the luck, or the bad luck, was that Rabiot said no. This is what it is. Sometimes it happens, sometimes not. Arthur is not going to Valencia because they don't have the money to pay his salary. They don't want to. But I heard that today they are able to go with an offer for Cavani. For Cavani, they have the offer and the money. For Arthur, they don't have. Actually, between you and me, probably they are correct. Probably they are correct. Rugani received 50 offers. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to play with Juve. Torino is beautiful, guys. Huh? Torino is beautiful. Let me come back now on the two messages. The first one of R. Ace. Thank you for your donation. R. Ace. That is saying, I've been missing since January. These last 2 years have been hard as a Juve fan. Not worth the headache. Been watching the Premier League to enjoy football again. Come on, you Spurs. Well, it's a decision that we have to respect. Premier League is the most beautiful league of the world as we speak. I am a romanticus. I am a big lover of Serie A. I hate Serie A, but I love Serie A. I love Serie A, and I will never cheat on Serie A. Leaving Serie A alone and then focusing on another league. That's my personality. But it's true that the investment that I did, the media, the marketing, the money, the talents that they are attracting are offering a better product than Serie A. If we see the actual minutes played in Serie A and in Premier League, we see that Premier League was around 65% actual playing time in average. While in Italy, we are at 60%. Yesterday, in Sampdoria, Juve, we were around 56% of the playing times. That's 10 delta points less than in Premier League. Then it's true that today, young people, but not all, I'm not saying that Air is 17 or is a young guy, but it's normal that a young person, a new person, when he's comparing Sampdoria Juve of yesterday, or, and I didn't watch the game, but let's speak about the game that I watched, I don't know, Chelsea that lost 3-0 versus Leeds. You say, I want to watch Premier League because it's beautiful, the stadiums are really great, the atmosphere is great, the environment is great, the product is great. They are playing, they are pushing, they are doing, everything can happen. Nottingham Forest is able to spend 200 million as a new promoted team in Premier League, so it makes sense. I understand. It was not beautiful to see Juventus yesterday. Then I always exaggerate in my comparison, saying that sometimes you can have a wife that was fantastic, but because of something that happens in her life, things have changed. I don't know, an accident, or you never know in life what can happen to someone, and she's not as, or maybe just because she became older, just because the age she became older. Well, what do? You go with another wife, or you stay with your wife and you try to cheer her up. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do, to stay with my beautiful wife and cheering her up and supporting her, knowing that it's not anymore the same, but watching at the beautiful things that we still have. Now, pay attention, I'm not speaking about my wife, I'm speaking in general, and it's an example. If my wife is watching the video, she will come down and she will smash me. Correctly. I love my wife, but I understand, and also it's true that today, if you have some young people, look, my son is a big fan now of Serie A, and he was not watching football, but it's true that he's also enjoying games in Premier League. He's also trying to watch other La Liga, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, a bit less, we don't like, but it's true that we are watching a bit of other leagues, and he's saying it's true. On the other hand, the heart, the passion is for Juventus, and that's beautiful. So, but it's true that the Spurs are doing super well. I'm curious, attenzione, Air. I'm curious to see when the competition, the Champions League and so on, will start again, to see if Spurs are able to continue with that tempo. By the way, the last game of Spurs, they won 1-0, but it was not really beautiful. That first half was disgusting from Spurs. And now we said it. Pay attention, because there is also Dash that became a member of the channel that I want to thank. But let me, I know, I'm sorry, Peter, that you waited so long. He's saying, honestly, Beppe, I think that the most important thing we need is a new medical staff. All these injuries in the last 2 years are unacceptable. Peter, you're totally correct. Not so long time ago, I was saying that instead of Pogba, Di Maria, Dybala, Neymar, Mbappe, whoever you want, instead of that, I would love to have a top medical team. And maybe we have a top medical team, but they have absolutely no idea how to solve these problems. And it's a problem, because I can guarantee you, whatever you want, that if yesterday we have a team with Bonucci, don't forget, don't underrate and underestimate the importance of Bonucci, that we all criticize a lot. You like him or you don't like him. He went to Milan, you will forgive him or not. He did the things in front of the Curva Nord. Whatever you want about Bonucci, but when he's not there, attenzione, because it's not the same. Yesterday, Bremer was in difficulty. He had to be that leader, and yesterday, Bremer, because of that initial mistake, maybe, then I love Bremer, best defender of Serie A, but Bremer yesterday, playing at Juventus is not like playing at Torino. It's not the same. It's the same city. It's not the same club. The pressure is not the same. He did that mistake in the beginning of the game, and he didn't try to anymore. He was scared. What he was doing, because he's playing on the left side of the center defense, instead of trying with his left foot to go and open vertically or vertically or in diagonal to find a Cuadrado or a Vlahovic with his left foot. He's not a left foot player. He preferred to go on his right foot and to give it to Rugani. That Rugani, with all the hate we have for him, and yesterday he was not top Rugani, but Rugani was the only one that was taking the responsibility there to say, you know what, fuck it, I will try to build from the back. And if there is nobody from the midfield that is asking that ball, I will go over them. But that's why I'm saying how important players like Bonucci are. Because look at the Bremer. Bremer from Sassuolo is a totally different player. He had no leadership to take. He knew that that Bonucci was there. He was taking care of the important things. Midfield was working better. Bremer could focus on his game. Man marking Berardi and these players. Making sure that these players are totally cancelled. 92 balls touches versus Sassuolo, but great ones, important ones that were important because the balls that he was giving it a lot of time with his left foot to open for Alexandro that was in big shape versus Sassuolo. He was opening the game. He knew it. He was feeling loved and welcome in his stadium, and he was trying to do things that yesterday, after the first mistake, he was not daring anymore. Attenzione. So if you have a Bonucci, if you have a Di Maria, if you have a Pogba, you have already a total different team. A total different team. It's true. It's true. So I totally agree with that, with the medical staff, and it's unacceptable that we have all these injuries. I totally agree. Thank you for the donation, Peter. It's a really great comment and addition. So Steve is saying Keane is the vice Vlahovic. Well, Keane, he will probably stay with Juventus. Why? Because of rushing last year. Moise Keane, we had to buy him. We just had to buy him. Because it was a last minute deal, and it cost still 28 million. So it's a lot of money for a player that yesterday he played like 15 minutes. 50% of them he was totally a ghost. I didn't even remember saying his name in that first 50% of time that he played. And the last time he did well. He did quite well. Physically, winning a contrast, giving that assist. Unfortunately, he's taking that ball away from the head of potentially a goal from Bremer. Do you remember? It happens. But thank you to Dash that is coming and saying, Beppe, you know what? I want to become a member of the channel. We have Angel Di Maria that, let's see when he will be there again. Will he be there on the bench versus Roma or not? Will he be there again versus Spezia? Will we have to wait a bit longer for Di Maria? But it is important, huh? The magic of Di Maria is super important. I have thought a lot today, watching again the game, trying to understand what happened, what not. I thought a lot today. I thought really a lot. Dash was today on the channel of Turin Giants, and Dash was speaking really well. Had a beautiful collection of wine and so on behind him. Beautiful background, by the way. It was totally different as mine, but the one that I really appreciated from Dash. So again, guys, Turin Giants, if you want to listen to beautiful words and maybe smart football talk instead of here we are here, a community. We are speaking, we are saying. But these guys today, they were interesting, huh? At least the 10 minutes that I stayed before preparing here. Guys, do we have some ultime notizie about Mercato, about what is happening? Apparently, the last time that I was watching a bit the news, they were saying, attenzione, because the final decision will be taken tomorrow. Steve is continuing to say, Milik, I don't like him, he sucks, blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to sell you Milik as a player. I'm not here to sell you Milik, because I am not his first fan as well. So it's difficult for me to sell you Milik and to tell you love him because he's great. If not, you have to understand that Milik, it depends how you look at it. If I want to trust a bit, ciao Anthony Trimboli, ciao all the people that I had no chance to say hello. If you want To accept Milik, you have to rate him for what he is. What is Milik? Not who is Milik. Who is Milik, we know. We know that it's a player that had two big injuries at Napoli and at Marseille. We know that it's a player that is strong with a header, that is able to score. That was the successor, the heir of Higuain at Napoli. And I remember, guys, that people in Napoli, in the beginning of Milik, before his injury, they were saying, mamma mia, this player is stronger than Higuain. He never showed it. He never proved it. Because of injuries, because maybe he's not an Higuain. But you have to understand the difference. Milik is not Vlahovic for Juventus. We have Vlahovic. Milik is not a starter. He's a player that Juventus is trying to take on loan for 2 million with a potential possibility to buy him with an additional 8 at the end of the season. 2 plus 8 is 10 million for Milik. With a low salary, that will be 3 million euro. Lower salary. Milik is a bench player. Who is today on the bench? Don't tell me Keane, guys. Don't tell me Keane. Keane is there because of last year. We don't know. Is he a striker? Is he a left wing? We don't know what is Keane. We don't know if he's able to arrive on time. So imagine if we know what is the position of Moise Keane. Milik, no, I told you, it's not Keane. Milik is a bench player. When you're turning around and you are looking at the bench, you have nobody. So you need someone. And this is how you have to judge Milik. A 2 million euro player on loan that will support Juventus when Vlahovic is not there. When maybe you have to go with 4 strikers because you have to unlock that situation. He's not Juve quality, but I agree, Steve. But on the bench, yes. On the bench, yes. He's a bench player that is able to be on the bench and that we call him come up and score some goals. Give us these last minutes, centimeters to score that goal because Milik, now, I don't like him. And please, don't make me defend Milik today. I don't want to defend Milik. But guys, if we're speaking about scoring goals, don't tell me that he's not able to score. Yes, I saw the clips, the highlights and flops from Milik. I saw them, like you, and we saw them as well. It's easy to do highlights and skills about Milik, best moments of career, and it's easy to do flops of career. We all saw that. Milik is in the middle of skills and flops. But Milik is also, and I didn't finish my explanation, Milik is also your entry ticket to solve a bit our midfield, our unexisting, our ghosting midfield. Do you understand it or not? Milik is the solution that will bring you a B plan for Vlahovic, a B plan, not an additional plan. A B plan, but also the entry ticket to be able to spend some money on Paredes. And we have to be fast, because Paredes, there is Manchester United is on Depay. Again, I don't know why. But there is Roma as well on Paredes. At the moment he wants to join Juve, to come with his friends Di Maria. He knows that Allegri will start him. So this is Milik. An entry ticket to fulfill the team where we need it. Yesterday you were all crying, no midfield. Today we were mocked by the entire world with that octagon. I hate it. I'm really pissed off. We were all mocked with that picture. Now that I spoke about Milik, you all like it or you don't like it, it is what it is. I'm not deciding, guys. I don't have the money. And the day that I will have the money, then you will tell me, Beppe, it's your fault. I know, Dino, you know that I can't show some videos on the channel. It's not possible for me to show you videos on the channel. You know that. Then I don't know what it is. I saw some Manchester United modern football. But I will watch it later. Now I can't do it, unfortunately. I can't. So, what I wanted to say, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to welcome the normal one. Who is the normal one? Andiamo! Normal one that became a member of the channel. I don't know if I convinced Bremer. No, Bremer. Why am I speaking about Bremer? I don't know if I convinced my friend, the normal one, that Milik is one that is an entry ticket for Paredes and that can be a great player. Man, I have to pay attention with the words I'm choosing because you know how it is. And then people, they will clip it. They will tell Beppe said that Milik is a great player. No, I didn't say that Milik is a great player. I don't like Milik. A priori, I don't like. But I understand. Guys, if you have Depay that I want at Juventus, that I really want, it's a beast, he has a line in the back. Imagine a guy that has a line in the back. If you have a line in the back, it means that you are able to suffer for some hours on a tattoo artist. Look at the lion on the back. I want that guy in my team. But the problem with him is that these guys, they are sometimes a bit also egomaniacs. Because then they tell you, I have a lion, give me 8.5 million. Because to be honest, at Lyon he played well, in Ligue 1, at Manchester United he flopped. It's not that he did something incredible at Barcelona. They even told him, give us your number 9, we will give it to Lewandowski and you will take the number 14. So it's not, we are not speaking about Holland and Mbappe, we're speaking about Depay. But I wanted Depay because he was the one that was able to give us a multiple solution on the left side there, but also here in the middle, changing or playing in duo with Vlahovic, something that Milik is not able to do. Playing in duo, playing on the left, he can do all these kind of things. He can do it. But 8.5 million, it means that he's the top paid player of Juventus. Arrivabene said, no, it's over with that policy. Otherwise, what will happen is that we will go back in the mistakes that we did with Ramsey, with Rabiot, with Arthur, but it's over. With Douglas Costa, it's over that time. 2 years of contract, maybe with a bonus of 1 year. 5 million. 6 million, if you want to. Not 8.5. No. This is where we're going to. Mamma mia, it is warm, my friend. So what is Steve saying? Attention, I don't need to defend him. No, but I'm not defending him. My words are my opinion. No one need to agree. But no, I agree, Steve. I agree with you that if you tell me, but you know it, I'm speaking about Milik since 2 years on the channel, so I know really well about who Milik is and what he can bring you to the team. If you tell me, Beppe, if you were the management, and you know what is the mistake probably of the management? That we arrived at the 23rd of August and that we have to choose our vice Vlahovic. Voila. This is the mistake of maybe also the mistake of Allegri, that was not decisive anymore, or enough decisive and strong in saying to the management, my priority is this. This is the problem. The problem is that we arrive at the 23rd, 24th, and who are the options? It is Milik. Did we try for Belotti? Probably. But Belotti said no. Did we try for Mertens? Yes. Mertens was not totally saying no. But at the end, he said no. He went to Galatasaray. Did we try for Muriel? Probably yes. But these players, probably, also because they come from Italy, you are not even having the benefits of that growing decree, you know, the law for foreign players that are playing abroad since 2 years, because they come from Italy, Belotti, Muriel, and so on. So you are paying them actually more than other players. And we arrive at the 23rd, where Milik, you have to accept Milik to solve Paredes. This is the pity. This is the pity. Talking about, grazie Zaki, talking about the difference of two leagues. ref was directed. Talking about the two different of leagues, of the difference of the two leagues, referee was directed let the game flow this season in Premier League, improving even more in Serie A. Unless you are a fan of one of the team playing, it's hard to watch. Well, I remember 2 days, I believe it's 2 days before the kickoff of Serie A. It was written in Corriere dello Sport in big. It was I collect all the front pages from all the 3 sport papers of Italy. It was written this season we will have a way of refereeing copying a bit the style of UK, of Premier League. What does that mean? That we are only whistling when there is a foul. A contrast, we don't whistle. We don't whistle a contrast. But we are also asking the support of the players to be fair and to help us in taking these decisions. Well, we saw it immediately. The first game of Milan where they won 4-2 versus Udinese. After 8 minutes, they gave a penalty to Milan. They deserve to win. But that penalty... So, the beautiful intentions lasted 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Yesterday it was disgusting, Then it's part of football. What Sampdoria did yesterday was part of football. But yesterday, from the 66th minute, we didn't play anymore. From the moment, casually, that Juventus tried to do something, and too late. Because yesterday, you don't have to start playing football at 66 minutes, Or football is maybe an exaggerated word. Maybe you have to say starting playing, because the first half we didn't play. Then it's our own mistakes. But we gave the opportunity to Sampdoria to arrive at that moment where they didn't play. And I agree. But the referees are also not supporting it, Because if you are low, these kind of things, it's a problem. If you are giving 6 minutes injury time, that are not enough, but you are giving 6, and in these 6 they are losing 3 minutes, something is not working, something is not beautiful. The goal of Manchester City to win that Premier League with Aguero, in Italy it doesn't happen that much, doesn't happen that much, because you don't play this injury time, or you have really to have the luck to have a corner kick at the 93rd minute and 56 seconds. It's part of the game. At the 94th, you go with a corner kick and you scored at the 95th minute, like Inter did, winning with 1 goal over Lecce. But it's correct, if you are not a real big fan of Juventus or from Milan or for Bologna or so on, at the moment it's hard to watch Italian football. I agree with that. The first day was beautiful. The second day, if I'm not wrong, out of memory, 12 teams on 20 didn't score. We saw 3 or 4 0-0. Not that it happened a lot of time. That doesn't even mean anything, because last year, I believe that the Serie A was the league with the most goals at a certain moment. I don't know if it finished like that, but at a certain moment with the most goals. What does that mean? That you are the best league, or that your defenders start to being more and more crap? Because in the past it was absolutely not like that. I don't know. It's always a balance between yes or no. And we spoke a lot about it. So let me read a bit of other people. Why would Depay want to go back to Manchester United? The fans tore him to shreds. I didn't say that he wanted to go there. I saw a rumor, and you know that rumors are not always confirmed. A rumor of apparently them giving him or offering him 10 million salary. Guys, if you have a Depay that is earning 4.6 at Barcelona and is totally out of project, and they need to get rid of him, and everything is already done, and you have Juventus that wants to give you 5 plus 2, 6 plus 1.5, I don't know, or you have United that is giving you 10, and probably also longer contract because Juventus is going with 2+1. Let's see, huh? Let's see. The normal one, if Paredes comes, then the normal one is convinced. I think, yeah, I was speaking today with some people, I will not mention the name, and they were telling me Paredes is more important in that Juventus than Depay. It was a feeling I had, but today I spoke with some people that are really close to Juve. They told me, not he will come, he will not come. It's not a Mercato rumor or so on, because I don't know about Mercato. I'm reading like you. But it's a talk between friends, and they told me, Beppe, I can guarantee you that in the team we have actually, Paredes is more important than Depay. The problem is not up front. The problem is finding a link between behind and up front. Stavros, indeed, Beppe, if it is something Allegri needs to complete his squad, like a vice to Vlahovic, for example, as a priority, it should have been said in the beginning of the Mercato. I agree. Peter, but Federazione Italiano Gioco Calcio are still stuck in the glory days and doing nothing to professionalize Serie A. They try to do some things, like opening an office in USA, which is a big step, a huge step for Serie A. They close some partnerships here, there, with some people that are pushing, that are speaking lovely about Serie A. And all the bits are working, of course. But you know what's the problem? It's a bit what Juventus did with Cristiano Ronaldo. You know that for me, I'm always harsh on that one. Signing Cristiano Ronaldo was not a mistake. Let's not speak about pandemic and so on that nobody knew. But Cristiano Ronaldo is the reason why we stopped with Allegri in the past. Why? Because he was a winner. He was a winning coach. But the last year, season 18-19 with Allegri and Cristiano Ronaldo, it was a boring football. A winning football, but a boring football. Winning, but boring. What happened is that Cristiano Ronaldo, with the arrival of CR7, is bringing million of fans, million of eyes, Cristiano fanboys, but not only, also people that are curious about, attenzione, Juventus, that were already 2 times in final of Champions League, that are winning and winning and winning Scudetti. They have Cristiano Ronaldo. We don't like Juventus. We don't know if we like Juventus. We always liked a bit Juventus. Let's watch. We are curious to see and understand that Juventus. And then you have a coach like Allegri that was winning but offering a poor show. Juventus decided to change. Boom, boom, boom. Sarri, Covid, Pirlo, Allegri again. One mistake after the other. Ramsey, Rabiot, Arthur, Keane. Ronaldo leaving, he's not happy, and so on. Champions League, and so on and so on. Idea was good. Now, Serie A is doing a bit the same. They are opening their network, going to USA, contacting people that I know to speak well, to promote Serie A, and they are doing well. Then the people, they come, they watch Serie A, they see 0-0 Lazio Torino. They see the other game, I don't remember who, 0-0. They see Sampdoria Juve, 0-0. Not about the 0-0, because some 0-0s are really beautiful with a lot of attempts, with this. No, effective gameplay, 56 minutes. 56 minutes. 28 minutes of Juve. And in these 28 minutes, no, I think it was 31 effective plays from Juve, but 28 in our own half. 100 touches by Bremer, 95 touches by Rugani, 9 touches from Vlahovic. 35 touches from Locatelli. Then you watch Serie A and then you say, I don't like Serie A. Because there is a lot of work to do in Serie A. First of all, we have probably too many teams. You can have 20 teams if you have 20 quality teams. Otherwise, it starts to be really hard. Look at Monza. Disaster. They will need some time, but now it's a disaster. We saw a lot of teams like that, and disasters. Stadium, disaster, but so many things. I agree. You know how much I agree on that one. Grazie, Andy Golding, that became a member of the channel. Andy Golding, that is playing a sport where he's holding something. Is it hockey? Is it hockey? I think it's hockey. I need to know, Andy, if my eyes are working still well or not. By the way, better, huh? It's already better now, huh? The eyes, you remember I had some problems. It's better. Now I can see you, I can read you. I didn't tell you. You saw that I was suffering, but I didn't really tell you. But I was not even able to follow the message that you were writing at a certain moment because they were all blurry. It was all blurry. I was even thinking that you were writing Allegri in, Allegri in, Allegri in. I said, what is happening on the channel? Maybe it's better to close the live. So that was what was happening with my eyes. No, I'm doing better. Thank you for asking, even if nobody asked. Ace Falik, one reason people don't get hooked in Serie A is that the games look a bit grey and dreary due to the old stadiums and dim colors. I don't like the colorful Premier League presentation, but it helps its popularity. Absolutely. I already told it on the channel. Huh? You know that in Premier League, all the teams that subscribe to play in the Premier League, or at least in the league, but especially when they are playing in the Premier League, they have 600 pages, a book of 600 pages with a lot of rules. One of the rules is to be compliant with the color of the grass. See, if they don't have it, they have to invest. Or they don't play in Premier League. As simple as that. So everyone needs to have, I don't know if it's only one or if you can choose between 1, 2, 3. I don't know because I never saw the book. Or even if I saw it, I would not have started reading 600 pages of Premier League rules. I can guarantee you that. But it's true, they have to respect the code of the color of the glass. It's working, eh? On television it's working. It's really working. The stadium are beautiful. In Olimpico di Roma, in Napoli, they have the Olympic thing to run. This is what we are speaking about. Fiorentina stadium is falling apart. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's really a problem. Tony Spontano. Yo Beppe, ciao Tony. Milik is from Poland, so I know him very well. He can be our cheap Morata. We need sub for Vlahovic and he will be okay. Problem is with his health. But at the moment we have big problems in mid and defense. Well, apparently I heard Romeo Agresti saying that Juventus would have been trying to fix a left back. What does that mean? I don't know the names. It will not be Emerson Palmieri because he goes to West Ham. Luckily, grande. Otherwise, I had to speak well about Emerson Palmieri, and I didn't want to. But they are looking. What does that mean? That again, we are at the 24th now. Now we are at the 24th in Belgium, and in Italy at the 24th we are trying maybe to sign for a left back. I don't know if we will go for it, if we will have the possibility to go for it. I don't know if the name will come out from who is that left back that Juventus is interested in, but that means one thing, that we are not 100% satisfied with the ones that we have today. This is the truth. And you told me on the channel, all of you, I said it. Everyone knew about it. We were thinking that, because we know it, you can't fix everything in one mercato. It's impossible. We were thinking maybe that at the 23rd or 24th of August, we would have been that much stronger in the pillars of the game. Szczesny or Perin, by the way, applause for Perin. Szczesny or Perin, a defender next to Bonucci, Pogba, Locatelli, up front Vlahovic with Di Maria and so on, that the other ones would have increased their level of play because a lot of things would have been orchestrated by the middle, by the strong guys there. Apparently now, maybe due to injuries and so on, we are aware that we have a problem there. So, Dino, he knows who the left back is. Don't tell me Reguilon, because I don't believe in Reguilon. Or Réguillon, I don't know how you say it. Réguillon in French speaking, Réguillon in Spanish speaking, Réguillon in English. I don't know how you say it in English. Nasser, ciao Beppe. I was Allegri in, but after the game of yesterday, I realized he's out of his mind. What player or manager is right for Juve? Dino, tell us who is the left back. We are waiting for Dino to tell us who is the left back. Mr. Reguilon in English. Thank you, Jim, for your great contribution and improving my English today. If you don't know, you put a Mr. in front and it's working. So, no, seriously, and by the way, guys, we are speaking since how long? 1 hour and 10 minutes. Mamma mia, if I don't ask it, guys, if I don't ask it, you are not even putting a like. You are a disaster, guys. You are a disaster. You are like Cuadrado yesterday, that if Vlahovic is not asking, Cuadrado is not giving the ball. By the way, I watched it again 25 times. You are all crazy, huh? Yesterday you were all telling me, Beppe, he had to pass to Vlahovic. I watched it, huh? It's impossible to give the pass to Vlahovic. At the moment that he's going for the shot, it's impossible to give him because Vlahovic was not really yet at the position that he had to be to receive that pass because there were two defenders. Just saying. I don't know if you were able to watch that shot of Cuadrado again, but it was not as easy as people were telling me yesterday. It was not that easy. Mamma mia. Andy said, Ben Sebiani from Borussia Mönchengladbach. This is, according to Dino Muhamedovic, the left back that Juventus is going for. I have no idea. Today, I tell you, for some hours, I didn't go on Twitter neither. I didn't write a lot today. I didn't read a lot today, so I can't tell you if it's a news that is a rumor or it's just a feeling of Dino. I don't know. By the way, mamma mia, I'm seeing the head of Cuadrado because Tony Spontano is using one of the emotes. Guys, I don't speak if we don't reach at least the half of the people we have. That means 153 people needs to put a like, otherwise we stop. Disaster. You are a disaster. But then I want to answer the question of Nasser. And meanwhile that we are reaching these three, let me take something because I'm sweating. 1 second. Yeah, we reached them. So Nasser, look, for me it's really easy. I don't care about who's the coach. I said it already. It's not the first time I'm saying it. I don't care about who's the coach. Allegri, Lippi, Conte, even Mourinho. Even if I don't like Mourinho. But I didn't like Sarri neither. After what he did to Juve. I don't care who is driving the bus. You know, it's like you need to go to the plane. You don't know who is the pilot. I need to go to Torino, for example, next week. I don't know who's the pilot. I don't care. I need to go to Torino. And I want to go to Torino. I know which company I'm flying with, but I don't know the pilot. From the moment I know the pilot, it's already too late because I'm already in my seat. Preferably on the window side. I like the window side. But I don't know who is the pilot. And I don't care. I trust him. Bring me to the destination. Things can go wrong. Hopefully not. Things can go wrong. We know that. It is what it is. So for me, it's the same. There is no who is the manager. Now, Allegri is not doing well. Last season, he didn't, objectively. This season, he starts again. He's asking for some players. He's receiving parts of the player he's asking for. He's not able to use them because of injuries. Part of the job, part of football. If you are telling me today, Beppe, Allegri, he dismissed himself. Who do we take? I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. Zidane, and I always said it, I love Zidane. I will always love Zidane. But Zidane, first of all, he doesn't want to come because Juventus tried. I can guarantee you that before Allegri, we tried, and not one time, multiple times for Zidane to come. Before Pirlo, and before Allegri back. Zidane, he doesn't want to come, guys. He wants to wait for the French national team. We know it. He is like that. We have to respect. If he's saying you, okay, I come until the bench from France is free. And no. This is not possible, guys. This is not possible. You can't just go with Zidane until the French bench is free. Because what are you building? Nothing. Because then the problem starts all over again. So, Zidane, it's not even a possibility. De Zerbi, don't talk me about De Zerbi because you will make me angry. No. De Zerbi, no. De Zerbi is crazy. No. De Zerbi is not a great coach. No, I'm sorry. No. Not De Zerbi. I don't like it. De Zerbi is overrated. It's this kind of overrated hipster coach that will fail at Juventus. It's a bit like everyone wanted my Freddy. That's really long time ago. If you know a bit the history of Juventus, De Zerbi is my Freddy. Calcio champagne with Brescia, and he ruined Juve, and we finished really bad at the time. So, no. Deschamps, I love Deschamps. And I want him to finish the job that he started at Juve when he was a young coach. But if you are asking for Deschamps, my friends, then probably you don't understand who is Deschamps. Because Deschamps will give you the same as Allegri, a balanced kind of defensive football. This is Deschamps. You like it or not, this is Deschamps. We don't have Mbappé, Griezmann, Benzema, N'Golo Conte, Tchouaméni, Camavinga. Tranquilli, and I love Deschamps. Deschamps will start playing a defensive, balanced football, and if he has the players like Benzema, Mbappé, and so on, then he will start to build and to go towards a more offensive football. Pochettino, Philippe Rosado. I knew that the name would come. I have always been against Pochettino. Against Pochettino, I don't know if it's Pochettino, I don't know, it's Poche or Poche, I don't know. But why not him? Because if you look at his stats with Tottenham, they're not that great. In terms of percentage of victory as a coach, if you take away the year at Paris Saint-Germain, you see that he has not a great, if I'm not wrong, out of memory, he had at the past a 56% of winning rate. That was quite low for a coach that was asking 12, 13, 14 million salary. Impossible. And he flopped at Paris Saint-Germain. Because Paris Saint-Germain, look at Paris Saint-Germain now with Galtier. Galtier is putting everyone, and they're working, eh? They're working. Messi is running, eh? He was not running with Pochettino. He was not running. Wijnaldum, total flop at Paris Saint-Germain with Pochettino. No, Pochettino, for me, I'm happy he never came to Juve. Then I see Alessandro Del Piero. It's a romantic choice that I would hate to happen. I would hate to happen because I know that in today's world, a lot of people, they forget about respect. And I saw what happened with Pirlo, with the Pirlo out. I'm seeing what is happening with Allegri, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong or whatever, but there is no respect for history. And well, it's correct like that because we don't live from history. But I would be really, really, really hurt at seeing Del Piero out. I saw Nedved out. For what reason, I still don't know. And this is one of the mysteries of life. You know, you don't know who was born first between the chicken and the egg. You don't know about the Big Bang. You don't know about a lot of things. God created the 7th day. You don't know. There are things you don't know. This is another thing that I don't know. Something like that you don't know. You will never know. Del Piero, he took his degree as a coach, so he's able to coach. But I hope it will not happen, because then we will see the Del Piero out. Italiano is a coach that I appreciate a lot. I would love to see him one day at Juventus. I always said that. But Italiano, he needs a bit of experience. People were mocking me last year. They were saying I was a hater of Italiano, and I was actually trying to speak bad about Italiano to defend Allegri. And no, I said I really love Italiano, and I believe he can be one of the coaches of Juventus soon. Give him 2-3 years time. Why? Because Italiano, if you look back at the stats of last year, because I was following, and also he's managing Fiorentina, he's not managing a top club, but every time that he was playing 2 games a week, he had some difficulties. Why? Because I never agreed with Sarri on a lot of things. If there was something I was agreeing with Sarri since the beginning, it was that he was saying we are not coaches anymore. We were not coaches anymore. We are managing individualities when you are managing top clubs. Why? Because you play on Sunday. On Monday, everyone is resting. You start again on Tuesday. On Wednesday, you are playing Champions League. You travel back. On Thursday, you rest a bit. Friday, you're preparing the game for the next Sunday. And then you have Coppa Italia. Then you have this. You are playing every 3 days. You are not training. You are not coaching. So it's hard. It's really hard. And we see it also with Italiano. Not only last year, but also this year. Maybe it's a casualty. But how much did they do the last game? Fiorentina? Who can help me? Who can help me? It was a draw, but I think it was 0-0. If I'm not wrong. Versus Empoli. Derby della Toscana. 0-0. Because I know that 0-0. So, give him time. He needs to have the experience. He needs to have a bit of fight with his players when things are going wrong. Because at Juventus, things will go well, things will go wrong. Tudor. People were saying, I don't know if I saw the name of Tudor here. People were telling me, Tudor, great coach. He should have been the coach of Juve. Well, Tudor great coach, fantastic coach. But he said himself, not me, not Beppe, himself, he said, I am not today in my career, and probably I will never be a coach for a big, huge club like Juventus, like Paris Saint-Germain, like Manchester City, these kind of clubs. Why? Because the way of coaching of Tudor is that he is the boss. He needs to manage every single detail. He needs to be strong and harsh, and he needs to fight with his players to take the best out of them. And these kind of things, sometimes, unfortunately, in big clubs, you are not able to do them. Because you can't manage Cristiano Ronaldo like you are managing Frabotta. It's not the same. The passion is something, but it's not only passion. Because the passion, attenzione, Giochi, I agree, the passion can turn really fast in something toxic if you are not able to have them on your side immediately, and if the things are not going according to your plan. Because with that kind of personality, things has to go and click immediately, so that you can, because you always have the ones that will follow you immediately, and then you have the no-sayers. I have read a book by John Cotter. You think that I have only PlayStation games in the library? You think that I have only manga and anime? No, guys. I'm also reading a really great book from John Cotter that was explaining with some images, don't exaggerate, not too many text, but a really nice book about how to convince people. And he's saying you have always different types of personality in a group, whatever and wherever you are going. You have the people that are super enthusiastic, the people that are the early adopters. So immediately they will say, before Tudor arriving in a locker room, they will say, we love him. Let's go. We love him. I saw him playing that goal versus Deportivo La Coruña. He will be a great coach. Let's go. Early adopters. Then you have the yes-sayers. The people that immediately are saying, yes, they meet Tudor. He's explaining a bit. Yeah, okay. Then you have the doubters. And then you have also the no-sayers. The no-sayers, they are saying no. No. So how do you convince a no-sayer? By celebrating the small victories and showing them with small examples that what you're doing is correct. So Tudor, if he's able to click immediately, he will convince the no-sayers, and then you have a harmony, and until it lasts and until it works, they will be on your side. From the moment it's not working, or if it's not working, it's a total disaster. So this is for Tudor. We can go on with the list about who's good, who's not good for Juve. Then everyone can change and everyone can have an opportunity. Long term, I'm telling long term, I don't want in 10 years, but I believe 2-3 years, and Vincenzo Italiano can be a coach for Juventus. Antonio Conte, I saw the name. You know that Antonio Conte, for me, he has... wait, and let me check on the Dino, because Dino is telling me, Beppe, I tagged you with 2 pictures. He's showing me the pictures of this guy from Borussia Mönchengladbach, that he told me the name, but I already forgot. Then Depay, and then Paredes. It's fine to have these pictures, my friend, but... forget about it, because then I know that you are here since the beginning of the live. Everything that I explained, it means totally nothing. Let me read the comment of Ricky. Ricky that did a donation. I want to continue about Antonio Conte before I forget. But first of all, let me say good morning to my dear friend Ricardo. He's saying, Beppe, fantastic morning take. I agree 100%. Grande Rick, Grande Rick. Hey, it's actually a kangaroo. You know that I was always wondering what kind of images they were. It's a kangaroo because Rick is coming from Melbourne, Grande Rick, Grande Riccardo. Well, Antonio Conte, before going to Zaccaria, or Zacchi, I don't know why I say Zaccaria, Antonio Conte is a coach that I like, and he's the best coach to awake dead teams. He did it with Inter. He did it with Juve. He did it with the Italian national team. He did it, and he's doing it at Tottenham. He's fantastic coach. Fantastic. He's coming, he's saying, you don't eat pizza anymore, you don't do this, you don't do this, you train hard, you do ba 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 ba. Then you have the behavior side that I don't always appreciate, and Conte is not a long-term solution because he's burning you. He's killing you. Conte is a 3 years project. He's waking up, he's killing you. And then he needs or a total new team from scratch because the other one are burned, or he needs a new project for himself because also he's tired, and probably the techniques that he was working, because guys, let's be honest, the techniques of Conte are really easy. If you want to, you can use them yourself. It's making people, he's touching them in their heart, he's entering in their brain, he's using the techniques of you don't need this, you did that, he's taking the pictures from the journals, he's putting them on the locker rooms. But yeah, one time it's working, 2 times it's working, 3 times, I don't know how long it will last and work, but it's that great type of work. Now, if you go and you can prove me wrong, and I'm waiting because I know Antonio Conte really well. Antonio Conte, from the moment that he's managing, because Italiano we don't know, it will be the first time, the real first time that Italiano will manage 2 competitions. And it's a learning process, and he's smart enough, and I'm sure he will be able to do it really soon. Antonio Conte, he has the experience already since 2012-2013 to manage 2 competitions. So it's already 10 years that he's managing 2 competitions. And in 10 years, he always failed.
It's time.
He always failed in managing 2 competitions. Always. You don't remember, maybe. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you were not following Juve at that time. I will never forget Galatasaray. Not only Galatasaray, but that period of Galatasaray. I will never forget that he decided to go for the record points in Serie A, 102 points, giving up on the final of Europa League. I will never forget that. I will never forget. I will never forget that with Inter he was not able to pass the group stages. I will never forget that last year he said clearly to his team Tottenham, fuck off for the Conference League. At the end, it was Roma that won it. I believe that he could win it as well. Huh? He could win it as well, but he didn't want to play there in that cup. He wanted to focus on Premier League. Let's see this year. Let's see this year. And I'm not saying that Conte is not a great coach. If he comes back, it will hurt me, but then the passion will take me again and we forget and we go, andiamo Antonio Conte. But I don't forget. And another thing that maybe, because it's all easy to speak, and I will come back on the comment of Zacchi that is speaking about Pochettino and Didier Deschamps. But guys, you don't forget, you are pissed off, all of you, or 90% of you, you are pissed off with Bonucci. He went to Milan. He celebrated. Conte, he left the second day of pre-season when all the options of great coaches were already taken because everyone was starting with the pre-season. He said no. After agreeing, he said no, I leave. He left us in the mud. And the 3 years of victories that we had, we could have go back in losing because we had no options in finding a coach. Because Mr. Conte, Mr. Ego, Mr. Selfish, he didn't care. He was thinking about himself. It went well because Allegri came, and I know Allegri he won because of Conte. I know the stories. I know the stories. Don't repeat them. It went well. Now we don't know. We don't pay attention to that. It could have gone really wrong, huh? Really wrong. And forget about the 9 years in a row. Maybe it was even better. Because people, they were a bit too easy now. It's fine. Then he comes to Juve as an Inter coach, and he's lucky, huh? The luck of Conte. The luck of Conte that in 2 years he was not able to go in the Juventus stadium with the fans. The luck of Conte. I had the tickets. The luck of Conte that in 2 years he didn't come back as the Inter coach in the Juve stadium because there was nobody in the stadium. The luck of Conte. But even there, showing the middle finger to Agnelli. Where is the respect for Agnelli? If you take the books, I have a lot of books here. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's the book of Pirlo, the book of I don't know who. They are explaining also how Antonio Conte is starting his real professional career in a big club. Because before Juventus, Antonio Conte was managing Arezzo in second division. They went in third division. He was flopping a bit everywhere. He went to Atalanta. He trained for 1 month. They kicked him out because he was failing. Immediately, Juventus with Marotta, all praise Marotta, and Paratici, they have chosen for another coach. It was nearly done. If I'm not wrong, it's Giampaolo. Can be wrong in timing, but anyway, it's someone like Giampaolo. But then Agnelli said, you know what, let's do a meeting with Antonio Conte without Marotta, it was at the home of Agnelli. They were there, and they were explaining that situation really well. And at the end, Agnelli said, you know what, you are the coach of Juventus. You received the job because you convinced me, so it's all credits to Conte. But it's Agnelli that is giving him the opportunity for a coach that didn't prove anything. He didn't prove anything before that. So, voila. This is what I wanted to say about the coaches. Then Zaki, before I forget, because Zaki said something. Zaki said, Beppe, Poch, and that I don't like, but that's my own opinion, is much better coach than Didier. Didier is holding France back. I was happy when he left us. Pochettino made Spurs excellent team without spending much. 1 year they had a €0 mercato. I believe it was the first team ever, I believe, that didn't spend any money. They did 2 years consecutively with the first team. I remember that moment, so I know. It's not that I don't know. But I don't like him. And I don't agree better coach than Didier Deschamps that is holding France back. Well, Didier Deschamps, he won a World Cup, guys. 2. 1 or 2? No, 1. The other one was with Aimé Jacquet. He won a World Cup, guys. He won a World Cup. He won the Champions League. He won, guys. A bit of respect for Didier Deschamps. Didier Deschamps is then don't tell me that Zidane is better, because Zidane with Real Madrid, he was not doing the offensive calcio champagne. Pochettino with Paris Saint-Germain, he flopped, He flopped, Some is saying it. He lost the Premier League versus Lille. Lille that was beaten 7-1 last week. Or who won last year? I don't remember. The year before, whatever. Yeah. No. On that one, I don't agree with Zaki. Sometimes I agree. Sometimes I don't agree. not saying that Pochettino is the worst coach of the world. Also, he had some difficulties at Paris Saint-Germain, if we are totally honest, because he was not deciding everything. He was not deciding everything. He was obliged to play some players and so on because of the management, and now the management is changing. So now the coach has a bit more freedom to do what they want. You see, sometimes it's also, we have to say, so it's not a bad coach, but for me it's not the coach that I like, because I believe that Deschamps, much smarter, much more experienced, and also much bigger winner than Pochettino, for me. And Deschamps took Monaco like Mourinho did with Porto. Deschamps picks Rabiot over Camavinga. It's true, Jamie, and I wanted to go there because some people said we want Deschamps, but Deschamps is speaking Rabiot, but Allegri is speaking Rabiot, Sarri was speaking Rabiot, Pirlo was speaking Rabiot, Tuchel loves Rabiot, Ancelotti launched Rabiot. I'm actually waiting, instead of saying that it's criminal to pick Rabiot, Jamie, which is an opinion which I respect, I'm waiting for a coach that is not picking Rabiot. The day Ancelotti loves Rabiot, the day that you will find me a coach that is not picking Rabiot, then we can discuss. No, I don't like Rabiot either, guys. It's not we know it. I was preparing the champagne when he was about to leave, but if every coach on the world is choosing Rabiot, there is a reason, guys. Or they are all incompetent coaches. Sarri, that we were all praising with the Sarri ball at Chelsea, at Napoli, became an incompetent because he saw Rabiot. Maybe they are scared about Veronique. Can be, Can be that it's because of Veronique. They are scared. I don't know. Can be. I don't know. But I told you, if you follow the channel, I told you since 1 week, since the day that it was collapsed between United and Rabiot, I told you Rabiot will start. Rabiot will start versus what team there? Sampdoria. He started. So Philip Rosada. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Philip Rosada. For me, I want Buffon in 2-3 years and Conte now. I don't understand these comments of wanting some players that didn't even start coaching. Philip, with all the respect, again, for me, Buffon is the same situation as Del Piero. I don't want him to be our coach, because they will flop one game and we will start with Buffon out. So these legends, leave them alone. Invite them on Twitch. Invite them at the training center. Invite them at the stadium. Give them a management role like Trezeguet. Trezeguet worked for years at Juventus. Now, not anymore. But he worked for years at Juventus. And nobody said Trezeguet out, because he was representing the legends. Going internationally, doing some things, doing some that, and then nobody was criticizing him. Buffon, I would love to have him representing this. Coach, look at what people are doing to Nedved, to Pirlo. For me, leave them alone. At Juventus, then of course, if he wants to coach Parma, good for him. But Steve, I can never say anything bad about Buffon. He's the GOAT. Buffon can do no wrong. Attenzione, because Buffon, he becomes a coach, and he's bringing your team to the 7th spot, not qualifying for any competition in Europe. we will see if he can do no wrong and if you will back him up and say, Grande Buffon, I love Buffon. You see, it changed a lot, huh? So we arrive at the point that there are pros and contras. Sometimes we didn't even speak about finances, but it's hard, huh? It's really hard. What is Ciro Ferrara doing nowadays? He's speaking sometimes on DAZN, sometimes on Sky. He's having a nice life. Huh? He participated to an Italian show, kind of. What's the name of that show? You know, when they drop you in a country, in a duo, and they tell you that you have to go from point A to point B without any money in your pockets, and you don't know the language, and so on and so on. That's funny. That was funny. So I don't know what's the name of the show. So last year or 2 years ago, he participated in that, and he was doing it, I believe, with his son. Naked and Afraid. No, it's not that. It's Peking Express, the Grande for Juve 30. Naked and Afraid. I don't know. I didn't see. I don't know what you're speaking about. But the words are a bit strange. And Dancing with the Stars. No, Philippe, it's not dancing. If you don't go from one point to another point, even if dancing, you also go from point A to point B. But he was going there. Actually, nobody recognized him. He was in Turkey. Yeah? Nobody recognized him until someone, a Turkish taxi driver or a guy that they met there. It's not a taxi because taxi you have to pay, but someone that was bringing with a car. He said, I know you, Ciro Ferrara. That was really nice. He was happy that finally someone recognized Ciro Ferrara. In some countries you are calling it Amazing Race. In some countries it's Peking Express. I know it as Peking Express. Yes, Baywatch, absolutely. It's a long time ago that we didn't sing about Mercato is crazy. Well, actually, if you sign that many players, it was a bit crazy. Yeah, we can call it also Mercato is crazy with all that happened. But Yusuf is tagging me as well in the same video that Dino was tagging me earlier on, but I see. I start to see. Sorry, guys. But I knew it. I'm watching. Actually, what is happening is that someone had the intelligence of not stopping at the picture. You know the picture of that octagon? Someone had the intelligence of not stopping at the picture, but to go and to understand what was happening at that moment. And actually, it's totally something else that is happening. Totally something else that is happening, and I'm watching it here. At the moment, so I will retweet it. If you are not following me on Twitter, do it, because it's really interesting what's happening on that moment of the game. It's the 10th minute of Sampdoria Juve, where actually someone took a stop image. It's actually the same thing, in other words, of what's happening with clickbaits and big titles. So what's happening with the clickbaits and big titles is that you put a big title, manipulation of the truth. You're saying, I saw it in real life. It's an example. Paul Pogba is crying death in his family. I didn't know about it. Who is dead in the family? No, it was even worse. It was even worse. At the end, it was like I was thinking one of the kids was died, and then you open the article and they are speaking about the dog that died. Attenzione, I love animals. I have a cat. I know people that has dogs. It's really hurting, but the way they were explaining it, and it's some months ago. It's not now. Huh? The way they were explaining it was totally different. What's totally different? It was really like click because one of the kids of Pogba, died, and for some people without kids, animals are even more important than kids and so on. So I understand, but the clickbait is big. So if I stopped at that title, probably I would have, do the screenshot and I would have tell you, attenzione, because Paul Pogba, the kids died. Because this is how they were turning the phrase. And no, because it was a different story. I think I spoke about that story on one of my daily videos. It was months ago, and before he signed for Juve, but we were in negotiation already. So it was really strange. And this is actually what they were doing with that picture of that octagon that everyone mocked Juve about. I believe it was something that a lot of big accounts, they took actual football and so on and so on and so on. But someone had the intelligence of saying, you know what, I will try to find again that picture, understanding, and maybe if there is something that Juventus did well, it's probably that part of the game because they changed the way we play. Go and watch it. So it's already 2 hours nearly of the live. We spoke about a lot of today. We spoke about a lot. We spoke about a lot. It was a really interesting live. For me, one of the most interesting live where we went on in depth about a lot of things. So of course, people probably Depay. We spoke about Depay for no. We spoke about Depay. It's not clickbait what we did today. We spoke about Depay a lot. I don't know if I will retweet it, Chervin. I don't know if I will retweet it. Why? Because they are giving a lot of bad words for some journalists and so on that I know personally. I don't know if it was an intention or not. So I will not retweet it because I don't want to put people in difficulty. Would not be fair from me. But if you can watch it yourself, and you can watch it yourself on Twitter. I can show you here. Wait. Attenzione. Wait. Here. It's this one. The name is Juve Analyst. So it's Juve Analyst. And here you see clearly the octagon here of what they were saying, that kind of form. And they are speaking, you see in the different images, you see the one of Allegri here, where they were taking it, and then you see also the different images. So go and watch it because it's really, 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 really interesting. So if you have the opportunity, do it. I don't know where is my mouse now. Where is the mouse? Guys, 198 likes, not a lot, but I think it was a really great one. Suk Jawar is saying, Beppe, it was really an interesting one. Guys, I don't know if I will be able to stop the live or not, because my mouse is not working anymore. Attenzione. I believe the mouse is out of battery. I don't even know if that's the one. No. Cazzo. Now I don't know if I have a... Damn. I have no charger anymore, so I can't even see your comments. I can't pin them because I have I have no charger. Disaster. We continue. No, I'm joking. But I can't read your comments anymore. I can't pin him. I will probably, with my other computer, I'm able to stop the live. But that's the only thing I can do. Disaster. So. Milik is my mouse. Yes, Steve. Anthony, Beppe, you should watch Club Brugge. Tajon Buchanan, great Canadian midfielder. Well, I will watch, but then I have no power to sign players. We go unlimited live. It's a problem, guys. It's really a problem because I don't know where it is. Wait, give me a second. I will try to find the charger. Attenzione. We are back. Great mouse. Let me check. Hey, Steve, great play. We are back. Grande! Forza mouse. Forza Milik. You see, Milik, mouse, it's the same. No, anyway, I will stop anyway. Beppe bringing Milik to Juve. You will need to build another wall at J Medical. Rocco, but it's the same for... Wait. Zaniolo, it was the same story. Memphis Depay, it's the same story. All the players that we were talking about, they have all a big record of injuries. So it's not only Milik. It's everyone. So it's over. 2 hours of life. Perfect. I'm charging my phone, guys. What should I do? When I go to Torino, I will probably be there, arriving the match day in the morning, so it will be on Wednesday. I spend a day in Torino on Thursday, and I took the plane on Friday afternoon, beginning afternoon, so I can't spend a lot of time on Friday. So game day and the day after, is there something that you have in mind that I can potentially do? Because I would love to do it. Yeah, match day vlog is, of course. Of course, I will do that. Wait, because I receive a message from my friend, Aman. What is he saying? Our beloved Aman. Eat breakfast. Yes, I will do that. The museum tour, I don't know if I will do it this time, Peter. First of all, because you can't just film everything and so on. They will be pissed off. I don't know if you can just go live into the museum, but I did the museum like 6 or 7 times already. So I don't know if this time I want to do the museum again. I don't know. Hey, you are interested by the museum. I didn't know that you had so much interest for the museum. Visit Continassa and tell them to hire me. Well, Andy, I arrived the match day. I don't believe that in match day they will let me go in Continassa. I don't believe that. Also because I'm invited by someone, so I don't know if match day will be quite particular. But on the day after, unfortunately, I don't know, visit BJ Medical. The day after, I don't know if there will be some players there. That's what I need to understand. Because the day after, so on Thursday, there will be some rest after the game of Sampdoria, and then you know that we are playing then away. I believe it's versus Fiorentina that we are playing, and it will be in Firenze. So probably the team will go already on Saturday. So only training on Friday. Shervin, tell Alexandra that we love him. Buy a Miretti shirt, Beppe. Hey, you know that I'm tempted because I'm tempted to buy the second shirt, that's for sure. But I need to understand who I have to put on my shirt. It will be the last day of Mercato, so we will have a bit more clear ideas. I will not buy the one of Milik. I think that's a fact. I will not buy the one of Milik. Nestor is asking for a live visit of the museum. Well, if I go live, guys, they will kill me. But I have a lot of pictures of the museum. Huh? I have some videos of the museum as well. I have a lot. It's nice. The museum is great, huh? But alive from the museum, guys. It's a museum. You don't go into a museum, you do a live, because otherwise people, they will not go anymore. Go to Milinkovic-Savic house in Torino and close that thing. Then you fly to Roma to break the fat guy. Milik is the best thing to spot ourselves. It's true. I go to the piazza and I eat pizza. But then, I don't know if I will eat pizza, but I will go and eat. That's a fact. As much as you wanted Bremer, you should buy him. Hey. No, I don't go for Bremer. No, I will not go for Bremer because I already have the number 3 of this season with Chiellini. I have the 10 of Pogba. I'm hesitant, huh? You know what? I will try to meet Matthias Soulé. I will try to meet Matthias Soulé to tell him hello. Let's see what we can do there. Pinsoglio, I will not buy it on the black shirt. The black shirt is perfect, huh? So, Beb, think about it. We will have more lives tomorrow and so on. If you have an idea what we can do there, I will try to do it. Guys, thank you. You were amazing. We see each other tomorrow. Grazie, forza.